This year is mainly, Trace McSorley, running the offense. They like to do a lot of QB runs. And then passing threat, they got number 1 now. They had number 5 last year. He was a good receiver. So now they have number 1. And 84 is back. They got a lot of veteran guys at receiver. So, they can trust them. And, yeah, I think they're pretty much the same. They try to do the same things.
Jim said last week that a lot of the young guys were going to get some reps. Did you see any of those guys in practice?
Yeah, they've been getting a lot of reps, going into the end of the season. We got some guys, seniors coming up, or, we got some juniors that could possibly leave this year. So, it's always good to get the young guys some reps. And, a lot of young guys, I like seeing, the young DBs work, like Vincent Gray, Miles Sims, Jeremy Green, both the twins, Sammy Foster. You can tell, when we have those little scrimmages, where they get to compete, you can tell they've been working hard this season. No matter what their role was, you can tell they've been progressing throughout the season.
What do you like about that group?
I just like the way they like to learn. They always got a question to ask. Like every time I see them, it's hey, what's up, whatever. But then they ask me a question about football, like your freshman year, like what did you do to get through this, or this turn coverage, like how you play this, like I want to learn how to do it, how you did it, because you do it really well or something like that. They like learning. They like being into it, like they're really invested into the team.
Ron was saying yesterday that he's tried to become a more vocal leader. I know different side of the ball, but have you noticed that?
Yeah. When we working out, for example, Karan, is being vocal, keeping guys focused. Karan, he's been getting a lot of vocal carries these last 8 weeks, and you can tell that he knows he's a leader. He knows guys look up to him, and he's taking that, with a high head, and like, all right, if people want me to be the leader, I can be the leader. He's speaking up. Whatever he don't like, he says it. Or if he wants to talk to the team, give us some encouragement, he does, and everybody really listens.
For a defensive guy, what does an offensive guy have to do to be a guy that you really listen to and you kind of respect like that?
I mean, I just like people who play hard. No matter what you do, I just want you to play at your hardest, because this game is about who works harder for the longest. It doesn't matter how much great plays you make. If I'm working to the last minute of the whistle, I'm gonna end up winning. So that's how I feel about the game, and I just love guys who take that to the heart. Who take finishing to the heart, who take this game really seriously.
I think that's kind of like a team-wide thing.
Yeah, that's a team-wide thing. Stuff like that's contagious. You see one guy doing it. You see his progress. You see his outcomes. Throughout the games, and you're like, I want to do what he does. And that's when the leading and the following come in.
You guys have been winning fourth quarters pretty regularly. How much of that is conditioning and what Ben Herbert's brought to the table?
Ben Herbert, I really praise him. He came into this offseason and he didn't let us slack off not once. He specified the little things, that could get us through those 60 minutes. And I just feel like he's been doing a great job, keeping us healthy and fresh throughout the season, so that way when those times come where we're in a close game and we need to pull through the fourth quarter, that we can.
How much more lifting are you doing during the week this year?
We're doing the same amount we were last year,
okay.
But it's just certain things, about rehab, like after practice, they'll force guys to come in, get a little rolling on your legs, or getting a little stretching in, making sure that you're ready to go.
All right, thanks guys, appreciate it.
Thank you.